welcome to my tarot channel. Welcome to another reading from me. So today's reading is going to be on the topic of who is your next romantic partner. And once again, just before I start, I want to mention that I have chosen these crystals purely intuitively. I basically focused on the question and asked Spirit which crystals I should choose for this reading. And these are the ones that came out in this specific order. So this is for those of you who want to choose with just crystals. I will also be adding tarot cards to each of them in the next segment. So wait for that if you want to choose with cards as well. So pile number one, you have this citrine cluster crystal. Pile number two, you have this black onyx crystal. Pile number three, you have this agate geode crystal. Pile number four, you have this iolite crystal. All right, so you can pause the video if you need more time to decide on your pile. And once again, my recommendation is that you focus on the question at hand, maybe address it to a higher power like God or Spirit or however you want to call it. And close your eyes, take some deep breaths, exhale longer than you inhale. That will help calm you down and center you. And then close your eyes and choose the first crystal that stands out to you. And if you have trouble choosing between, choosing just one crystal, of course you can watch several or even even all of them, and then just take the messages that resonate. And if there are no messages that resonate, it just means that this reading is not for you. All right, so that's it. I hope to see you at your pile. All right, so this is the card selection phase for each crystal. So Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number one, the people who chose the citrine cluster crystal? Who is their next romantic partner? What can you tell me about citrine, the citrine cluster's next romantic partner? Who is this person? What professions they might have? What interests they might have? Help me out, Spirit. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number two, the people who chose the onyx crystal? Who is their next romantic partner? All right, this one just popped out. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number three, the people who chose the agate geode crystal? Who is their next romantic partner? Help me out, Spirit. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number four, the people who chose the iolite crystal? Who is their next romantic partner? Okay, this one just fell out, so I'm gonna take it. So let's see, pile number one, you have this card with innocence. Pile number two, you have this card with change. Pile number three, you have this card with purity. And pile number four, you have this card with truth. Right? All right, so these are your piles. If you need more time to think about it, pause the video, and I'm going to get straight into the reading. And once again, I will recommend that you take some deep breaths, exhale longer than you inhale, maybe with your eyes closed, meditate upon the question, address it to a higher power like Spirit, God, however you want to call it, and then open your eyes and choose the first pile that stands out to you, either the crystal or the card, without overthinking it. And if you feel drawn to more than one pile, of course you are free to watch several or even all of these readings and just take whichever messages resonate. All right, So I will see you at your reading. So once again, this is the short abbreviated version for those of you who would like to choose with cards and crystals. These are your options. And you have pile number 1. You have this citrine cluster crystal. And or this card over here. Pile number 2, you have this black onyx crystal. And or this card over here. Pile number 3, you have this agate geode crystal. And or this card over here. And pile number 4, you have this iolite crystal. And or this card over here. So these are your 4 options. Take as much time as you need. You can pause the video if you need to concentrate. Once again, my advice is that you take some deep breaths, meditate upon the question at hand, maybe address it to a higher power like spirit, God, however you want to call it, a goddess, whatever you're comfortable with, and close your eyes, take some deep breaths, exhale longer than you inhale. That will help center you and calm you down. Repeat the question several times. That's how I do it to focus. And then open your eyes and choose the first pile that stands out to you intuitively without overthinking. And of course, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, you are free to listen to several or even all of these readings and just take whichever messages resonate with you. If really no pile resonates, it just means that this reading was not for you. All right, so I will see you at your reading. So welcome pile number 1. This is your reading if you have chosen this citrine cluster crystal and or this card over here with the word innocence. This is the card selection process, and I'm going to add timestamps. You can skip through it if you don't want to sit through the whole thing because I will be taking my time. All right. Let's see. Let's get some oracle cards first. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1, the people who chose the yellow citrine cluster crystal? Who is their next romantic partner? What can you tell me about their next romantic partner, Spirit? Help me out. I'm not going to choose all of these. Spirit, help me out. What can you tell me about their next romantic partner? All right, this one slipped out. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1's next romantic partner? Who is this person? What can you tell me about them? Who are they? What characteristics do they have? What personality do they have? Who is this person? So let's see. You have Loon Intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Butterfly Rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. All right. Oh, come on. No, this is not. Okay, like this. Oh, no, like this. Okay. Letting go. Okay. And acceptance. Interesting. So this could be about a lot of things. I'm curious to see what the rest of the cards are going to show. Yeah, but these are the cards so far. Okay, let me see. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? Who is their future romantic partner? Their next romantic partner, sorry. Who's their next romantic partner? What can you tell me about this person? For the people who chose the citrine cluster, all right, these just popped out. Spirit, tell me about pile number 1. Who is their next romantic partner? I don't know about this one. Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner? So let's see. The 3 of Wands. The Page of Swords. Sorry, the Page of Wands. The 2 of Swords. The 7 of Cups. The Sun. And the 8 of Wands. All right. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? The people who chose the citrine cluster crystal. Who is their next romantic partner? I don't know about this one. Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner, Spirit? Help me choose the right messages for them. Yeah, this one feels right too. The 9 of Swords. The World. I was going to say this person is from a foreign land, but you keep getting... Wow, 7 of Cups again. The 7 of Swords. The Hermit. And the 8 of Swords. I was going to say this person, I mean, already when I got the 3 of Wands, I was thinking, okay, this person is coming from a foreign land. And then you have the 8 of Wands. This person is definitely coming from a foreign land. And then you also have the World. So this person must be coming from a foreign land. Now, I mean, or something is foreign about them. Maybe this person is just... you know, someone you meet during a travel, or someone who likes to travel a lot, maybe. One way or another, there's some connection to the foreign land situation. Hold on, I think I have to fix the camera a bit. I think that's better. Yeah, so you can see the cards, the writing on the cards. Okay, so the only card that came out... twice. Okay, so I'm going to start with general impressions. As usual, the general vibes and messages I already picked up as I was shuffling and looking at the cards. You have the 7 of Cups coming out twice, here and here. This shows me that this person is someone who has a lot of options. However, this could also be a person who is very mysterious, and potentially they could... not be what they seem to be, because you also have the 7 of Swords as well underneath. Now, I don't necessarily think that this is a negative thing, because generally, yes, 7 of Swords can be about deception. However, this is not necessarily to say that this person will actively deceive you, seek to deceive you. It could be that it is just something about their appearance that is, you know, actually selling the wrong image of who they really are, if that makes sense. So if you come from my astrology channel, this person could have an Aruda Lagna, let's say, that is showing a totally different picture than what their natal chart is showing. So they could give off a totally different image than who they really are, either for the better or for the worse. That depends, right? So I'm going to see what else the cards show, and also what the astrological messages are going to say towards the end. However, this is an issue of, like, you get, you know, it's like the first impressions that you will get about this person will not be the way you end up thinking of them after you get to know them. That's basically what these cards show. And also the 7 of Cups showing up shows that this person has a lot of options. You know, so they are likely to attract a lot of suitors, and it could be that they're also you know, dating a lot, or maybe they have dated a lot of people. Again, I'm not necessarily saying that this person is deceptive. I'm going to see what the rest of the cards say. Whatever the situation is specifically, these people definitely have a lot of options, okay? You have the Sun and the Hermit, which shows that, and also you have a lot of sevens here. You have Seven of Cups twice, you have the Seven of Swords, and then you have the number 8 twice. You have the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Swords underneath one another. So, and also you have these messages. You have rebirth, which speaks of transformation. You have this message here about, look at this, emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. And this person got the Hermit. That's a confirmation already. Listen to the song in your soul. Seek more solitude. Look, this is the message here in this card. And you have acceptance and letting go. So this person is, to me, giving a lot of Scorpio vibes, a lot of 8th house vibes, a lot of maybe also a little bit of Saturn and Ketu, right? This is for those of you who come from the astrology background. So this person has a lot of solitary vibes. This is a person who, at the time when you are meeting them, might be restricting their social circle. They could be someone who has, like, you know, is going through a phase of solitude, but I feel like it's not because they chose to. It's because they're going through some rough stuff. Like, they have gone through some anxiety, some suffering, because you also have here the Nine of Swords. And what I'm looking at right now is you have this Sun card with a tear in its eye, which is really interesting because the Sun is a very positive card normally. But here you have the Sun with a tear in its eye, and here you have the Hermit, you know, or the Holly King as it is called in this deck. So this is giving me a feeling that this is a person who is kind of a loner, like they've had a hard time with people and they could have trust issues. And like I feel like they were betrayed and disappointed. Again, this Seven of Cups could also be them having been deceived a lot or having deceived themselves about different characters throughout their lifetimes, you know. Maybe they felt betrayed a lot. Maybe they were cheated on in relationships. That's another thing. So in any case, in this person's life theme, there is a pattern of, you know, a lot of instability emotionally with respect to their romance, like their romantic life, sorry. As in, you know, they are maybe someone who has gone through a lot of breakups, I think. And look at this, you also have the Two of Swords. Yeah, I think that it's most likely this person. I think that this person is actually indecisive because of their, either because of their multiple choices or could be both the things, multiple choices and a history of betrayals, you know, so they're kind of on the fence. It could be. I don't think that this is someone that you're immediately going to hit it off with. This is something that's going to take time. Also because of the Hermit. But the Sun, see, the Sun is still a very positive energy. Let's be very clear about that. So this person has very masculine qualities with the Sun. So irrespective of whether you are drawn to women or men, this is someone who has masculine qualities. So they have a lot of inner faith. I think most likely they're guided by their own principles, by their own faith. You know, they are having a lot of Leo qualities as well. And the Sun also in Vedic astrology, for instance, is very much connected to spirituality. So it's interesting that these cards came together here. So like I said, I think this person, when you are meeting them, they're choosing to restrict their social circle because they are, you know, they have been hurt a lot, they have been betrayed a lot, and now they are going through a phase where they realize, you know what, I don't want to waste time on people who are not really good for me. They're not part of my tribe. They're not really for my development spiritually. and individually. I can't be myself around them, you know, so I don't want to waste my time on those people. And this is interesting as well because you have the Eight of Swords, like I said. So this is also further reinforcement of the idea that you may not hit it off right away with this person, because you have the Eight of Swords and you have the Two of Swords. So this suggests to me that this is someone who might have a lot of like overthinking patterns. And also the Eight of Swords could be Satabisha Nakshatra if you come from Vedic astrology. So this is a nakshatra that again connects to having gone through a lot of suffering, a lot of heartache, and also can connect to someone who is maybe stuck in bad thought patterns, negative thought patterns, and that are basically keeping them from following their heart. The way for them out of these repeating thought patterns is to follow their heart, to follow their intuition. And it's really interesting to me because the Eight of Swords here is hand in hand with what this card is saying, Loon intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. All right, that's actually another confirmation here, because the sun with a tear in its eye and the hermit could actually speak to this person not really loving themselves. Like this person may be having a hurt self-esteem. Maybe they have a debilitated sun in their natal chart. You know, again, if you come from astrology background. So this could be, I mean, if I want to get really philosophical about it, it could be because they had a bad father figure that maybe put them down and criticized them, or an absent father figure. So somehow this person, I don't think, is in like emotionally the best state when you're going to meet them. Basically, it's what I'm trying to say. But again, this doesn't show, I mean, this doesn't mean that, of course, it's going to be permanent. This does show that this is a person who has a huge potential for growth, because the sun is about royalty, it's about authority, it is about confidence, and they do have that energy within, but they may not be 100% owning it. They do have healthy amounts of fire in their horoscopes because you have a lot of wands energy. So this is someone who else has an adventurous spirit. This is someone who loves to travel, for instance. And again, I could stress this, like for many of you, this person could be a foreigner or they're coming from a foreign land. And it's really interesting because the Innocence card to me is also connected to the sun. You know, again, if you come from astrology, you know that the sun rules the 5th house, which is the house of, it also rules the heart chakra, which is about love. But it's also about children. So it's, to me, like this is a further confirmation of this person having a lot of 5th house, a lot of sun energy. But this could also show that together with this person, you might be going through a phase of healing one another because of this like Innocence card, you know, like you might be healing your inner child through this relationship, and so might this person as well. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think here. Letting go and acceptance. Oh yeah, this person again has been stuck in a state of resistance, I think, for a long time. Resistance to maybe bad things that have happened to them, and that explains also the Eight of Swords here. Like they have been stuck in their minds for a long time in negative thought patterns. But again, none of this is permanent, and this person has a great ability to manifest and to become a very strong, authoritative individual with a very healthy sense of confidence and self-esteem. And I think overall, this person is likely to be attractive. All right, attractive at the very least through their charisma and their presence, if not through physical appearance strictly. All right, so let me get through the messages astrologically. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? Who is pile number 1's future next romantic partner? Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner? I think that's enough. You have a lot of nakshatras there. That's gonna be interesting. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 1? Who is pile number 1's next romantic partner? Let's see. The 3rd house, interesting. It's courage. 6th house. 12th house. 4th house. 5th house, that's more sun energy. And 2nd house. Okay, so let me get more. Swati, which is Libra. That could be a confirmation of the 2 of Swords energy. Uttara Bhadrapada, which is Pisces, Saturn energy. Like I said, with the Saturn initially. Rahu, Ketu. So you already have some Rahu, Ketu going on. Like I said initially. I mean, if you don't know, Rahu is opposite Ketu, so they kind of go hand in hand a lot. Here we have Kritika, not surprised. Ruled by the Sun. So here we have the Sun energy again. Jyeshta, which is interesting because, like, I was thinking about Jyeshta because you have here, you know, the male deer, you know, which is the animal of Jyeshta, one of them. The other potential animal is the hare. Virgo. And Mrigashira, which is Mars, some Gemini energy as well. This is really, really interesting. All right, so this person could be working in something to do. First of all, they could be equally likely to be self-employed as being an employee. So for some of you, this person could be self-employed. They could be an employee, or they could be someone who has a job and they're making their own money on the side as well. They are someone who is self-motivated, has a lot of courage and a lot of, like, basically a strong backbone, you know, and they also are very focused on healthcare. They could be working in healthcare. They could be working in any profession where they are of service to other people. For some of you, more specifically, this person could be working with their family of origin, in the family of origin's business maybe. They could be working in the restaurant, cooking business, especially with Kritika. You have multiple indicators. So again, I stress this. This could be, you know, since a lot of people are going to watch this, it's like, a, you know, you can take part of these messages. So not all of these messages will apply to all of you. There could be different combinations of these energies that could apply to each of you. So, but you have Kritika, you have 2nd house, you have 4th house. All of these relate to restaurants and cooking, so this could be a thing. At the very least, maybe this person likes to cook, maybe even if it's not their, you know, profession. You have the 12th house, which can speak of this person. Also, the 12th and the 6th could be, again, more medical profession energy, so they could be working in a hospital. They could be also working with animals, because you also have Mrigashira here. So in any case, I think this person really likes animals. They could be good with animals for many of you. You have Virgo as well, so more focus on analytical thinking and healthcare. So yes, this person is very health conscious in any case. So irrespective of whether they work in a healthcare field or not, they're very health conscious. And yeah, so they're very focused on staying healthy is what I'm saying. They're also very intuitive, just like this card suggested, but it's like they're intuitive, but also equally intellectual. So I think for many of them, they're still kind of not fully trusting that intuitive side, even though it's very strongly represented here in their energy. Very specific for some of you, this person could be someone who really struggles to sleep. This is like a confirmation here with the 9 of Swords, because like the 9 of Swords is a card that does speak of being an anxious nature and, you know, sometimes having trouble sleeping. It's literally connected to nightmares, bad dreams, stuff like that. So, and you have Jyeshta, which is also connected to bad sleeping issues or like sleep issues. So this could be a very light sleeper, or yeah, a person who maybe has struggled or is struggling with sleep issues. And another thing is, you have, let's say, Kritika, you have Mula, Uttara Bhadrapada. All right, so this person could be interested, for some of you more specifically, this person could be very creative. They might even be into dancing because you have Uttara Bhadrapada, you have the fifth house. Again, the fifth house could suggest that this person actually works with children or they work in a creative profession. And for some of you, they could be a teacher because fifth house is also about teaching. But most specifically, fifth house is about dramatic arts. That could definitely, again, be a thing because you have Kritika, fifth house. This person could be into things like creative expression, drama, all that stuff. So they like to be center stage. With Kritika, this shows this person can be very blunt. They speak the truth. They are not very good at diplomacy and they're not very, very patient, unfortunately, with other people's feelings. But again, this does depend. Again, I stress this. You might have different combinations of these energies. With Mula Nakshatra, I mean, this explains the world card. So for some of you, because Mula falls in Sagittarius and it's ruled by Ketu. So this person could be someone who loves to travel. They need to travel. They're maybe constantly on the go. They really are adventurous. They also have a very, very strong intuition. They might be very drawn to research and, getting to the bottom of things, especially in things that have to do with the higher questions of life, philosophical questions. They're also very blunt. Yeah, with Kritika and Mula. They probably don't like to sugarcoat things. Also, Jyeshta. Jyeshta also suggests, actually, with Jyeshta in the third house, this person could be self-made for some of you. So, in any case, actually, irrespective of what their line of work is, this is someone who has achieved things through their own efforts, as opposed to, let's say, someone who gets things because they have a wealthy family or a well-connected family or anything like that. It's more likely that this person is actually looked up to in the family and they might achieve more than what their family has achieved. And with Mrigashira, this person, actually with all of these, because you have Mrigashira, Jyeshta, Mula, alright, you have 12th house. This person could be working in isolation. They could be in research for some of you. They are very research oriented in any case. They like to get to the bottom of things. They're very good at analytical thinking, but they also have a very strong intuition. With Swati, they can be very sensuous and they're also capable of being diplomatic. They could be, though, a little bit, hesitant. Yeah, like the Two of Swords that came out, that does suggest that hesitance. They're very deep, though. And I think it's interesting because, they could be going... Actually, this is actually supporting what I said about the Sun card with the tear in its eye. This person, I feel, is going back and forth between being prideful sometimes. They have moments when their, self-esteem, their pride is very good. It's really high. They're proud of themselves. They know who they are. They know what they have achieved. They're, go-getters. And then they have also moments when they are doubting themselves, when they're insecure, when their energy might be low. And I think really this probably does stem from their background and a difficult relationship with the father figure. They could also be into things like, this is really specific and only for some of you, but they could be into things like occult issues, like witchcraft. They might wear amulets. And I think faith is quite important in their lives, whether they say that or not. And for some of you yet, this person could be working in real estate or vehicles, or they could be working from home. 12th house is also faraway places. So again, that explains the world card. So again, since you have the 3rd house and the 12th house, you could be meeting this person online for some of you. That's a really specific message because I didn't specifically ask about how you're going to meet this person, but this energy here, the 3rd, the 12th house, and all the Mercury going on does show that you might meet this person online. And you also have, like I said, multiple indicators that this person is living in a foreign land. They're living in a foreign land, or they're coming from a foreign land, or something connected with faraway places. Or they could just be a globetrotter, you know, someone who has traveled to multiple places and they love to travel. All right, so this is pretty much what I have for you, pile number 1. I hope that you have enjoyed this, because I definitely have. And if you have, don't forget to please like the video, subscribe to my channel, click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I post a new video here. And also, if you're interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there. I will also leave a link to reviews that I have gotten so far for private readings. You can go check them out if you're curious. And also, please comment in the comment section with anything you would like to share about this reading. And last but not least, I also have an astrology channel. And if you're interested in astrology, go ahead, check it out. I will leave it in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye. So welcome, pile number 2. This is your reading if you have chosen this black onyx crystal and or this card over here with the word change. So this is going to be the card shuffling phase, selection phase. If you don't want to sit through it, I'm going to add timestamps. You can skip directly to your reading. Spirit, please tell me for pile number 2, who is their future romantic partner? Who is this person? What professions, what personality do they have? Who is this person? Tell me everything you can about pile number 2's future romantic partner, please. All right. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2's future romantic partner. Who is this person? Help me choose a tarot pile. So you have cat, independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. And then you have owl, magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. All right. Very strong manifester, I think, with these cards. Inner knowing. Wow, the theme repeats itself. And recognition. This is kind of like giving me star card vibes. All right, how am I going to stick this? Like this, okay. Recognition. All right. So let me see what the tarot cards have to say. I have to say already, I'm not surprised that you have owl and magic, because you have the black onyx. Whenever I get the black onyx, almost always, I always get the magical pile, like people who are highly intuitive and, you know. But I'm going to see what the rest of the cards have to say. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 2, the people who chose the black onyx crystal? Who is their next romantic? This just popped out. Wow. Divine child, a hierophant. Wow. Confirmation. Confirmation of that. Magic and recognition. Help me choose a tarot card, Spirit, please, for pile number 2. Help me choose the right messages for them. Who is their next romantic partner, Spirit? Who is their next romantic partner? Who's pile number 2's next romantic partner? All right, do I have enough? Yes. So let me see. So you have the Hierophant at first. You have the Moon, which is more intuition. You have the 3 of Cups. You have the 8 of Pentacles. You have the 4 of Swords. You have the 8 of Wands. This person is a powerful manifester, like I said. There are more confirmations of this with the 8 of Wands. Let's see more. Spirit, help me choose the right cards for pile number 2. The people who chose the black onyx. Who is their next romantic partner? What can you tell me about this person? Their personality, interests, careers, anything you would like to share? Please tell me, Spirit. For pile number 2, the people who chose the black onyx. Who is this person's next romantic partner? No. Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? Who's pile number 2's next romantic partner? Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? Both of these want to come out. Like, I'm getting a strong sense that I should pick them both. Alright, I need to make room for more because you have more cards. The Ace of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. The Eight of Wands underneath the Eight of Pentacles. So you have the Eight of Wands twice. The Eight of... Wow, the Eight of Pentacles twice. Are you seeing this? Wow. The High Priestess. Could this person be Two of Pentacles? Could this person be even more intuitive? I think you have all the intuitive cards here. Pile number 2. It's just, I already know whenever I get this crystal, whenever I get an onyx crystal, this is my magical pile. Look at how many cards you have that suggest this person has high intuition. Where should I put this one? I'm going to put it here, all right? Because, like, Spirit really wanted me to get this extra card for you, so there's a significance for it. Look at how many you have. You have the Owl Magic. You have Inner Knowing. You have the Four of Swords, which to me is about meditation. You have the Eight of Wands twice, which is about manifestation. You have this card, the Hierophant, which is represented by the Divine Child in this pile. And underneath it, you have the Ace of Wands, which suggests that this person is a self-starter. You have the Moon, which is about intuition, and you have the High Priestess. You have so many cards that suggest this person is a very spiritually advanced person. This is someone who is... This card is like just giving me that song from the Scorpion. I think it's the Scorpions, isn't it? The Winds of Change. It's so... The image is so giving me those vibes that it should be like a cover for that album. Not that anyone buys albums anymore, like physically, or maybe they do. Anyway, and where was I? Very intuitive person. Extremely intuitive, and you have, you know, 2 cards that came out twice, so Spirit really wants you to get this message. That you have the Eight of Pentacles twice, and look at this, you have the Eight of Pentacles twice, and you have the Eight of Wands twice. So, and you have recognition, you have the Six of Wands. This person is successful, I would say, for you, more than pile number 1, which is the one that I've covered so far. This person is successful. This person likely has their mind set on their career, because you have the Eight of Pentacles twice. So this suggests that this person is either already in an established position in their career, or they're heading there. You know, this is someone who's like a skilled practitioner. They're working on their craft. They are, you know, very determined. They're very hardworking. They're disciplined. They want to make it in the world. And I think they also are likely to be self-starters, self-motivated, and maybe even an entrepreneur, because you have the Ace of Wands here. Another thing is this person with the Ace of Wands is very passionate. So this could be passionate in, I mean, they could be passionate in general, because they also have the Eight of Wands, they have the Six of Wands. So this is someone who definitely doesn't sit around and just, you know, wait for things to happen. Instead, they start things. You know, they're proactive. They like to be on the move, and they it's really cool here because you have change and you have the Eight of Wands twice. This suggests that this person is, you know, ready for change, that their life is going to move through, you know, the winds of change, like that song. So it's about, they need to adapt a lot. And with the Four of Swords, this is about meditation, like I said. Meditation, so because you have the Four of Swords, which is in the Rider-Waite deck, it's that person who is standing really still. It's like you can't even tell if they're dead or asleep, and they're holding a sword. Because the Four of Swords is about meditation, it's about rest, it's about going within. And look, you also have this card with inner knowing, and you have the moon. So this person could be very much focused on things like meditation, you know, calming their minds, the power of the mind. They're very conscious of these things. They are extremely intuitive. They could have dreams that are even borderline prophetic, or they could have, maybe somehow you might even have a connection with this person that is kind of telepathic, you know, or they feel like they read you very well, or they read people in general very well. You have the Two of Pentacles over there, which suggests to me that this person is very busy. They're juggling a lot of activities. They maybe like to stay busy, because you also have the Eight of Pentacles here twice. They could have multiple streams of income. They could be very much focused on things like, you know, how do they, you know, like these books and courses about how to organize your time and how to be productive. And they could have, yeah, like I said, multiple interests. Maybe they're going to school and working at the same time, or maybe they're having you know, they have a job and they're working on a side hustle. But I think, yeah, this person likes to stay busy is what I'm seeing here, and they work hard and they're very focused on their work. And I think this person also has achieved something significant up until this age, even if they're relatively young. You have the Six of Wands, which, you know, Six of Wands speaks of having a level of achievement, having something for yourself to, you know, having something to show for yourself, regardless of how old this person is. But it also can show that this person is never really resting on their laurels, despite what the image of this card may suggest. The Six of Wands speaks of someone who never really rests, and like no matter how much they have, they always want to have more. So in that respect, it can also show a potentially negative side, as in maybe being a little bit workaholic. And especially with the moon here, and this is really cool. The moon and the Six of Pentacles. This person is very caring, and I think their love language could be giving gifts, because the Six of Pentacles speaks of generosity, and it's not just but it's not just through money. It's about sharing. You know, sharing is caring. I don't know if you've heard that saying. And I think this person is a teacher. I think very strongly, even if this person is not a teacher full-time, or it's not their main source of income, they are a teacher at heart. They are someone who's good at teaching, because you have the Hierophant, you have the Six of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. So this person is meant to guide others. And you have recognition. So I think, yeah, for many of you, this person is bound to become someone who is successful, you know, in the eyes of society. And like I said, very strong manifester. And you know, the Hierophant with the number 5. So I think this person is someone that people naturally listen to. They have an ability to maybe command an audience. They're very good at sharing their ideas, at connecting with people as well, because you have the moon. So this person could have emotional intelligence, good emotional intelligence. And you have the High Priestess, which speaks of, both the High Priestess and the Hierophant speak of spiritual knowledge. So this person could even be maybe, you know, someone who's like into spirituality, or even maybe a religion. Like there's a preacher, a teacher, a deacon, or something. They could be involved in that. You know, they definitely care a lot about spirituality, even though they also have a very pragmatic, hardworking side. So it's like this person believes in practical spirituality. You know, it's like they are not going to be the ones to blame things on outside sources. Instead, they use spirituality as a way to have a more meaningful existence, a more purposeful existence. And they have a strong sense of faith. However, they take matters into their own hands, and they understand that at the end of the day, you have to do something through your own efforts in order to get what you want, not by wishing on a star. But they do believe in, you know, also I think focusing on manifestation. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone who, you know, does things like have a vision board, and you know, does scripting and all these things that you see online about how to manifest what you want. So yes, this is someone who's very, very focused on being productive and being useful as well. And they really care about children and family. because you have the moon. So this person is very nurturing. They have a good nurturing side. They have a caring side. They have a lot of, maybe they have a lot of patience with children, or they have patience with, you know, people who are in a not as advanced state, psychologically, emotionally, you know. So they really have patience to teach, to care for others. And they love that. They love to teach. Maybe they teach others about manifestation. Maybe this is someone who has like a YouTube channel or something, or a social media platform where they speak about spiritual topics or manifestation. That's another possibility. I wouldn't be surprised. And since you also have the Eight of Wands, this speaks of, you know, someone who likes to be quick and likes to be fast on their feet. But that can also speak of someone who likes to travel, to move around. This person also loves to work together with others. It's like they really feel like success is only true if it's shared. And they probably, like, if they're the kind of people who, even if they achieve something, they will give credit to everyone who has helped them along the way. And they're conscious of the fact that, you know, they can't really do things completely on their own, and everything is about getting along with other people. So I definitely see this very strong diplomatic side to this person. Like I said, very strong emotional intelligence. And in other words, very strong understanding of human nature and human psychology. So I wouldn't be surprised, again, if this person, for some of you, is into psychology, or, you know, something connected with understanding the human nature. Look at this. It says you are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. I also wonder if you have a strong Rahu and or Ketu connected to your spouse archetypes. If you come from my astrology channel or other astrology channels, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't know, Rahu is the north node, Ketu is the south node, but these are the Vedic astrology denominations. And this would speak of having a partner that is, you know, outside of the box, basically, a nonconformist. So yes, this is someone who, you know, dances to the beat of their own drum. Or marches to the beat. What is it? Dances or marches? Marches to the beat of their own drum, basically. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I can see from the cards. Let me see. I'm really curious to see what the astrological notes have to say about this person. Spirit, tell me about pile number 2's next romantic partner. Who is this person? Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner? Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner, Spirit? I'm actually not feeling this one. Who's pile number 2's next romantic partner, Spirit? Okay, that's enough. Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner, Spirit? Who is pile number 2's next romantic partner, Spirit? I don't know. Okay, that's enough. Lots of notes. 9th house. 5th house. Both the 5th and the 9th are about teaching, by the way. 12th house, faith, intuition, confirmations. 12th house again, a lot of faith and intuition. So many confirmations, unbelievable. 2nd house, this is the voice and family of origin. 2nd house is oftentimes connected to psychotherapy as well. So things are really adding up. Punarvasu, oh my God. If you come from Vedic astrology, you know why I am. First of all, look at the animal here. So the male cat is the animal yoni associated with this nakshatra. And this is astrology, by the way, Vedic astrology. So, and also the reason I am excited about Punarvasu is because it's connected to priesthood. Really, I mean, some of you are going to be hooking up with a preacher, I don't know, or someone who's religious. Again, Mula, very strong about religion, spirituality as well, because it's ruled by Ketu. And Jupiter, again, Jupiter is connected to spirituality, to faith, to teaching as well. Mrigashira, again, investigation, having a sharp mind. Ashwini, more Ketu energy. Let's see. Oh my god. Another cat. This is the female cat. So, and you have the cat here. It's like, I can't, you know, Ashlesha. All right. This is Ashlesha, by the way, also connected to medical professions, healing, especially psychotherapy. Hasta, which is buffalo. And you have the moon here, ruled by the moon, and it falls in Virgo. By the way, there are 27 of these nakshatras for those of you who are new to this. Anuradha, oh Lord. And you have the deer again, because I was thinking about the deer animal when I saw this on the 8 of Wands, right? So this is the female deer, though, with Anuradha. But the reason I was expecting Anuradha, honestly, but I didn't say that, was because you have the 8 of Pentacles twice. And Anuradha is connected to kind of being workaholic. Leo with the cat makes sense. Pisces, which is again faith. It's faith and religion and spirituality. And Venus, all right. This was a little bit unexpected. So you also have Venus here. So with Venus showing up, this is a person who is very attractive. This is a person who is sensuous, who maybe has a good voice, who is easily attracting attention, who is artistic, has artistic talent, especially because you have Venus and Leo. Both of these speak of arts. But like I said initially, I think for some of you, this person could also be into, like, they could actually be a teacher, even on a spiritual topic, you know, something about the higher meaning of life and maybe literally about religion, you know. And yeah, Ashwini being the horse can kind of, you know, reinforce the 8 of Wands vibe. This person likes to be on the move. And also with all this Ketu energy, this is not a surprise because this person has a very sharp intuition. But let me see what else. So again, with Ashwini, this person might actually like horses, or they, I don't know, maybe they work with horses. I mean, that's very specific, but it could be. Let me think. They could also be, again, with Ashwini, very spiritual. They're very determined, and they have a sharp intuition. And especially if you're a woman, you're going to be impressed by how masculine this guy is. And I mean, if you're a straight woman. So, I mean, this is a person who shows some traditional masculine traits, but they also have like a nice blend of masculine and feminine because they have the sharp intuition. Also, they have the nurturing, they have the healing ability. I would not be surprised if for many of you, this person is actually into a healing profession, but I would say especially non-conventional forms of healing or psychotherapy. You know, something like mental healing, because the 12th house coming out twice, see, the 12th house is connected to places of isolation, like hospitals, prisons, you know, working with cases that nobody else wants to work with. So it could be like maybe this person works in a psych ward. I don't know. This person could be, again, maybe they work on rehabilitating centers. That's a thing that could be their profession, their line of work, their interests. More specifically, for some of you, 12th house can also show import-export stuff. And with Venus, it is a possibility because this person could be working directly with money. Second house as well could be a profession that is directly connected to money, working in a bank, something like that, like, or being an accountant. But I think, like I said, I mentioned this with every reading when I choose these notes. Bear in mind that, of course, there are going to be a lot of people watching this, so you can't expect to have all of these playing out. Rather, it's probably going to be a mix and match of different energies from these notes. So let me give an example. Let's say, let's take, let's take Hasta, Venus, Leo. Then this person could be a musician. If these energies are playing out for you, this person could be a musician, especially a classical musician. Maybe they play an instrument, or they could be a singer. If you have Punarvasu and Ashwini and the 12th house, this person could be a spiritual teacher. If you have 9th house and Mula, let's say, and the 2nd house, maybe this person works in the family business and they are working in a travel agency, for instance, or they're working in research. If you have, let's say, Anuradha and the 2nd house, this person could be focused on finance. They could be a manager. If you have Mrigashira, Ashlesha, Mula, and the 9th house, this person could be working in high education, doctorate level, maybe research. So what I'm trying to say is there could be multiple combinations here. So I'm looking at general energies. I'm telling you, I'm going to go through the general energy so you can choose how to mix and match. Punarvasu has to do with priesthood, being a religious teacher. This could also be a person who tries, succeeds at the 2nd try. So if they try a business, for instance, they will succeed better at the 2nd try. And they're generally actually quite comfort loving, but they also love adventure. They like to travel. So if it goes hand in hand with 9th house and 12th house, this person could really travel a lot, like the 8 of Wands coming out twice suggested as well. Mrigashira, again, could be connected to research, anything that is analytical. They really like to study. They love nature. They're very good at logical thinking. So it could be a lot of things. They could be good at a lot of things. They really like to work with animals. Ashlesha could be about chemistry, could be about poisons, could be hypnotherapy, sexology stuff, could be also connected to that. Could be also dancing, more specifically. But Ashlesha also shows a seductive nature, right? So this, and by the way, that kind of made sense from the beginning because the cat card came out. So cats can be quite, sassy. So this person, I think, also with the Venus coming out, is definitely attractive above average for you. For, I would say, most of you, if not all of you who are choosing this pile. Anuradha could be more about management, working with finance, time management. So these people are very good organizers and they can tend to be workaholic. So to some extent, Anuradha is also maybe connected to research, but not as much as the rest of them. Mula especially can be connected to research, higher education, also adventure, expansion, spiritual topics. Ashwini can also, again, be similar to Mula in energy. But on top of that, I would add Ashwini can be more about... Actually, not more about, but Ashwini and Punarvasu, actually, both of them could be connected to priesthood, spiritual knowledge, leaders. So teaching others on spiritual topics. But Ashwini can also be really self-motivated. So like more of a self-starter, entrepreneur, something like that. Hasta could be very much about working with intuition. So because it's ruled by the moon. So again, this is a confirmation. This person could be about working with, also Hasta specifically speaks of working with your hands. So this is why it's also connected to musical instruments and or can be anything that is kind of like focused on working with the hands. I don't know, like it's actually connected to magicians. So, I mean, this is really specific, but you did have this card that said magic. So maybe for some of you, this person's a magician or they like to play magic tricks. And it's also about imagination a lot, because you also have the moon. And Pisces is also about imagination, intuition. So Pisces, Leo, Venus really suggests a lot of artistic energy. This person can have a lot of talent in an artistic field. And the fifth house can actually suggest that for some of you, this person is doing what they love for a living. Or again, since you have the Two of Pentacles, you could have this person doing two careers at the same time, or they're doing multiple things at the same time. So maybe they have like I don't know, let's say they have Anuradha and they have the second house, and maybe they have a job in accounting or banking or something, and then they come home and they paint and they sell their paintings on eBay or something, on Etsy. I don't know. You know, there could be various combinations here. But also the fifth house speaks of teaching, ninth house speaks of teaching. The only difference is that fifth house is up to college level, ninth house is above college level. So ninth house is like master's degree and above. Ninth house also has to deal with traveling, loving travel, and philosophy and higher learning. And yeah, 12th house, like I said, is about dreams, intuition, the subconscious, and or can be about working in isolation, working in export, import. And second house is about working in the family business, working with your voice, or any profession where your voice is really important, working directly with finance, like working with money directly, or nowadays not so much money, but transactions, you know, working in finance, for instance, working with, numbers. Also to some extent, second house, I would say, also connects to psychotherapy. So that could definitely be a thing for a lot of you with these combinations. So yes, this is pretty much what I can see for your pile number 2. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, because I definitely have. I think you have a lot of really strong repeating messages here. So Spirit definitely wanted you to hear this. So if you have liked the video, don't forget to please click the like button and the subscribe button to my channel. And also click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I post a new video. And also, if you're interested in a private tarot reading, you can check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there. You can email me for a full pricing list and reading options description. I will also leave a link in the video description to reviews that I have gotten so far from people who have purchased private readings. And yeah, you can go ahead and check them out if you're curious. And also, please comment in the comment section with anything you would care to share. I would love to hear how this resonated, if it resonated. Please be as detailed as you can be. It really helps to get feedback. And yeah, also last but not least, I have an astrology channel, and I will be linking it in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. You can go ahead and check it out if you want to. If you're curious, maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye. So welcome pile number 4. This is your reading if you have chosen this agate geode. I was struggling to find the word there. And or this card that says purity. So this is going to be the card shuffling phase. I'm going to add timestamps if you want to skip through this, because I will be taking my time. All right. So Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3, the people who chose the agate geode? Who is their next romantic partner? Who is their next romantic partner? Spirit, who is pile number 3's next romantic partner? All right. I'm really getting a strong urge to get 3. For like everyone else, I got 2, so you are special. So we have Fox, clever. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. All right. Wolf, pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. And raccoon, inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. This is really cool because you have, I'm going to put it here so that it's obvious, because you have these canines here, the wolf and the fox. Interesting. And the raccoon, well, the raccoon is somewhere, I don't know, between a wolf and a squirrel. They're quite, I mean, the head shape is quite similar anyway. Interesting. So we have blessings over here, and you have feelings. Interesting. All right, so where can I stick these? Yeah, they're visible. All right, so I'm gonna get more cards. Spirit, help me choose the right cards for pile number 3. What can you tell me about pile number 3's next romantic partner? The people who chose the agate. The agate geode. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 3's next romantic partner? Spirit, help me out here. Who's pile number 3's next romantic partner? Spirit. Who's pile number 3's next romantic partner? Spirit, who is pile number 3's next romantic partner? Oh man, I'm really getting this one. Okay. So let's see. The 8 of Cups. The Star. The Queen of Cups. The 5 of Wands. The 8 of Pentacles. Let's see. And, ooh, the Lovers. This is the romantic pile over here. Yeah, nice. So let's see. Spirit, help me choose the right cards for pile number 3. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 3's next romantic partner? The people who chose the agate geode. Who is their next romantic partner? Who's pile number 3's next romantic partner? Spirit, help me out here. Who is pile number 3's next romantic partner? Who's pile number 3's next romantic partner? The 4 of Cups. The Strength card. The 9 of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. This person is rich. Like, wow, you have more pentacles than the other 2 piles I've done so far. Wow. Okay, so pile number 3. You have a lot of suggestions that this person is quite established. They are, for some of you, this person could be quite well known because you have the Star card. By the way, you have the Star card and you have the Lovers. So this person is likely to be really attractive. And a lot of people have their eyes on them. A lot of people can see them as, you know, well, attractive and handsome, beautiful. And let's see, you have number 17 there, right? So there's also some healthy amount of number 8s and 7s here. So this suggests someone who might have K2 energy, Scorpio energy, a strong Venus and/or a strong Venus, and a strong Saturn as well. You also have the 8 of Cups there. So I think this is a person also who has been hurt in love, because you have the 8 of Cups and you have the 4 of Cups underneath. So I think this person might be like through with love when you meet them, in the sense that maybe they have even decided to stay single for a period of time, because you have this purity card as well. You have blessings and feelings here. This is really interesting. So I also think that this person is really focused on their professional life, because you have a lot of pentacles here. You have also the Strength card with number 8. So like you have a lot of 8 here as well. I did mention this. So this gives me like Scorpio, maybe Capricorn, Saturn or Saturn. Maybe they have a strong Saturn, Pluto, Ketu energy in their chart. For those of you who don't know, Ketu is the south node of the moon. And yeah, so this person has quite some intense side to them as well. They have a tough, resilient side to them. And I think they're quite used to conflict as well. I think they're not afraid to fight for what they want. I'm also feeling like this person maybe has a strong Rahu energy, so north node of the moon as well, because you have the dragon in this image, you have the wolf, and you have this card that says raccoon and inventor, and you have fox clever. So this person is someone who is hungry for challenges, for change, for excitement, invention, new things. They focus a lot on their financial well-being. They could be quite materialistic as well on maybe the not so positive side, but that's not like a huge negative. I think most likely they are established, like I said, because you have the Nine of Pentacles, so this suggests wealth, prosperity. Also, you have the Eight of Pentacles, so this is someone who has worked hard on something. They have worked hard to, you know, achieve something, to reach a certain level in their profession. Maybe they have their own business because the Nine of Pentacles, or they could be self-employed. Maybe not their own business, but let's say they're freelancers or something more independent. I also think it is possible that this person is coming from a foreign culture. There might be a significant difference in backgrounds between you and this person. For some of you, either this person is significantly younger, or I think for most of you, this person might be younger actually, but it could also be that you have a significant age difference. So for those of you for whom this person is older, there's a significant age difference as well. Like I'm talking plus 7 years. It could be. Not for all of you, but it could be that an age difference is a thing. If you don't have the age difference, it could be something else that is maybe making people turn their heads when you get, you know, they see you together. Like, again, could be a difference in background, could be maybe difference in religion. This person could be very independent and not listen to society, so they could be waltzing to, you know, their own tune, and that could draw attention. There could be something a little maybe controversial about them, the way that they present themselves as well. They do come across as tough and resilient and really stoic, and they also have a very passionate romantic side. They go after what they love, and I think more than the other piles, this is a person who works on something they really love. Even if they have a job, they are really working hard on a passion project, something that really takes up their energy. They can be quite good at dealing with kids. And I think they were, like I said initially, I think they were hurt in the past by someone significant, because I feel like there's a heaviness here. So like there could be more of a feeling of, yeah, just feeling heavy, like they have lost something. Maybe they're still, when you meet them, they could be still lingering in the suffering of a past relationship, a past partner, and they may not be so open to love. Even though deep down they're actually very passionate and very romantic, according to these cards. This is also someone who has a very strong understanding of human nature, someone who has a lot of emotional intelligence. They know how to deal with people. What I also wanted to say was, I think, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely seeing repeated messages that this person could be younger than you are. But another thing that I wanted to say is that this person has a lot of options, which is kind of understandable from the fact that they come across as attractive. But yeah, I think they're also closed off to options, like I said initially. And I also think this person on the surface could seem like they have an easy life, but people don't really know their story. I think there's someone who has gone through quite some challenges, but they don't really let on. And they also have intense feelings. So yeah, again, this is makes me think of something like Scorpio or the other water signs like Cancer or Pisces. Maybe Leo as well, energy. Maybe Aquarius as well, because you have the independence energy as well. So this is pretty much what I can see, honestly, from the cards. Oh, another thing that I could say is that you're definitely going to be able to depend on this person. This is a person who takes commitments very seriously. He or she takes relationships very seriously. So this is not someone you're going to have to worry about that they're going to be fooling around. I think that's also kind of going hand in hand with this purity energy. Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much what I can see from the cards. Let me get the astrological notes because I'm really curious now. Help me choose, Spirit, help me choose the right notes here for pile number 3. Who is their next romantic partner? Who's then pile number 3's next romantic partner, Spirit? All right, you have a lot of cards. I'm not gonna... I think that's enough. Spirit, what can you tell me for pile number 3's next romantic partner? Okay, that's enough. So let me get into this. So 7th house, 4th house, 8th house. 8th house is a confirmation of the Scorpio energy. 9th house. 4th house again. 3rd house. Like I said, 3rd house could be about this person being kind of an entrepreneurial spirit. So they could be self-employed, self-motivated. We have Gemini. All right. This is youthfulness, by the way. Did I not say that this person might be younger? Ashwini Nakshatra, which is ruled by Ketu. Rohini, which is ruled by the moon. Swati, which is ruled by Rahu. So here we have the more Rahu energy, Ketu energy, like I said. Again, more Ketu with the Maga Nakshatra. Okay. Yeah, Hasta, which is ruled by the moon. Wait, let me put it here. And Satabhishak, which is falling in Aquarius, and it's ruled by Rahu. I'm not surprised. I did say that this person could have Rahu energy going on. So the 4th house, again, before I get into it, I want to mention once again that bear in mind that since there are a lot of people that are going to watch this, not all of these are going to apply to everyone. You could have different mix and match situations between these different energies. But I'm going to try to go through all of the energies that I see here and, you know, see which ones resonate. And yeah, so we have the 4th house twice, which shows this person could be a homebody. So they really like the home base. They really care about spending time at home. They're comfort loving. But another way to look at this is this person could be working in something to do with houses, with homes, with buildings. So they could be like in civil engineering. They could be, I don't know, an architect. They could be working in real estate. They could be working with vehicles. Or anything to do with interior decoration, you know, renovation, stuff like that. Renovation of buildings can actually be a big thing that they might be into for some of you, because you also have the 8th house. So this could be a person who works in a profession or has interest in professions that have to do with transformation, transforming things. So again, renovation could be a thing. Another thing could be you have 8th house and 7th house. This person could be in psychotherapy. So that's a kind of transforming people's mentalities and emotional situations. Then you have the 9th house, which is about higher teaching, higher learning. So this person, for some of you, could have a higher education. 9th house is also about foreign travel. So this person could be coming from a foreign culture that is a confirmation kind of what I said. They could be coming from a different background. Since you also have 4th and 9th house, you could be moving. You could be meeting this person when you move abroad, or they could be moving abroad to your country, and that's how you meet. And or this could be you are going to move with this person to a foreign place. And 3rd house is about this person being self-motivated, kind of an entrepreneurial spirit. They're very driven, determined. They have a lot of bravery, a lot of stamina. That really explains, I mean, the 3rd and the 8th house explain the strength card, which came out over here. So yeah, I would definitely feel like for many of you, this person could be in some healing profession. With Sata Bishak, this is a nakshatra that is really connected to the medical field. So especially, I would say with the 8th house, this could be psychotherapy, but it could be anything to do with health, and especially fields that have to do with research and or improving people. So maybe they're like a coach, maybe they are, I don't know, yeah, like a health coach, or like I said, a psychotherapist. And they could be maybe a non-conventional form of healing as well, because 8th house is also about energies and occult stuff. So maybe they are, I don't know, a natural healer or something. Maybe they're into homeopathy or what is it called? Homeopathy, something like that. You know, natural forms of healing, or naturalists, as in a naturalist, not as in someone who likes to dive naked, but someone who is, what I'm trying to say is, I don't know what they're called, but kind of like healing professions that, you know, are more ancient, that have to do with energies, with using herbs, stuff like that, or crystals, you know, basically things that we call, well, some people would call them woo-woo, but some people call them like natural healers or something, you know, working with energy, Reiki, acupuncture, stuff like that. Herbalists would be a better word, not naturalists. With 8th house, actually, this could be also a person who maybe is something to do with sex healing or some sex work, maybe even for some of you, because 8th house is the house of sexuality. It's connected to Scorpio, so there is a confirmation there of what I said initially. And yeah, we also have the Leo energy here, also a confirmation of what I said. But going back to the 8th house, 7th house and 8th house and 3rd house could definitely suggest this person is a psychotherapist or working as a healer in one-on-one situations, because 7th house is about working in one-on-one situations. For some of you, yet this person can have a business-based, a partnership-based business, because you have 7th and the 3rd house. This, for some of you, very specifically, this person could be maybe working in the hotel business or working with vehicles, maybe even restaurants, although to a lesser extent. The Swati and the Rohini and the Magha, I mean, they are confirmations that this person, also 7th house, because 7th house is about dealing with an audience. So these are confirmations that this person could be very well known in either in their profession, or maybe they're literally well known. I don't know, maybe they have a high social media following, or they are dealing with a public, yeah, they could be famous in some way. Because Swati especially is a nakshatra, and Magha as well. Magha in nakshatra more than any other of the 27, I think, nakshatras is connected to fame, you know, being recognizable. So, and Swati is also connected to things like media, arts, you know, a lot of famous actors and singers have Swati nakshatra. Rohini as well is also connected to being attractive and being beautiful, being looked at, attracting a lot of attention because of your grace and your beauty and your talent. So this person could also be somehow, they could have like an artistic vibe about them, even if they're not into the arts. you know, but somehow they are easily attracting because of their charisma, because of their looks, you know, because of their grace. And for some of you, more specifically, they could be working with their hands. This is also a possibility because you have the third house in Hasta. Third house is about the hands. Third house is also about short-term trips, like short as in a few days, or short distance trips. It could also be about running errands. So something connected to that could be a profession or an interest or something that takes up their life, a large portion of their life. But with Hasta in the third house, again, they could be playing a musical instrument. They could be something in working with their hands, maybe even magic tricks because of the Hasta energy. Hasta is about the hands a lot. Or it could just be that maybe they have really nice hands and you notice that about them. And it's also the Gemini is a reinforcement of that. Or they could be doing sports that are very connected to using the arms and hands, like tennis, ping pong, stuff like that. And let's see what else is a possibility. With Ashwini, they are also, I would say, spiritual more than average. They could be interested in spirituality, but also Ashwini is, again, kind of a independent energy. So this is a person who's self-motivated, who doesn't wait for other people to motivate them. So they could definitely be, you know, kind of an entrepreneurial spirit. They could be like, for many of you, yeah, I wonder if they're in social media or maybe even acting for some of you. Magha, again, like this is really, really specific, but for some of you, it could be that this person is really interested in history, especially something like genealogy, you know, genes, studying the family history, stuff like that. That could be a thing. That's my washing machine in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. Sorry about that. And what else? Let me see. Yeah, with Rohini, any form of art could be a thing. But considering the houses here, I would say it's more about I mean, I would look more towards the houses to see, let's say, potential lines of work or interest or how they make their money. So I would be looking at, again, 8th house can also be things like insurance, selling insurance, banking, investing, dealing with managing other people's money. So managing a corporate finance, CEO, CFO, stuff like that, that could be a thing. Or teaching about, you know, financial wisdom, investing, stuff like that. And 9th house can also be about travel, I think. I don't know if I mentioned this directly, but it could be about travel. So maybe they work in again, with the 9th and the 4th house, they could be working in a hotel business, or they could be working in teaching, but especially college level and above with teaching, and or higher philosophy. Or maybe working for a travel agency. Yeah, so, okay, this is pretty much what I have for you, pile number 3, and I hope that you have enjoyed it, because I definitely have. I think you have a lot of confirmations here. Again, strong messages from Spirit, as usual. And thank you very much for listening, and yes, please don't forget to like the video if you have, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video, and also, if you're interested in getting a private tarot reading, I do readings on a wide variety of topics, and you can check out my video description. I will leave my contact information there. You can email me for a full list of pricings, and also I will be leaving a link in the video description to reviews I've gotten so far for private readings. You can go check them out if you're curious. And also, last but not least, I also have an astrology channel, and I will be linking it in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. So if you're interested in astrology, go ahead, check it out. Maybe give me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you at my next tarot reading. Bye. So welcome, pile number 4. This is your reading if you have chosen this card over here and or this iolite crystal. So this is going to be the shuffling phase. If you don't want to sit through it, I'm going to add timestamps. You can skip directly to your reading. Spirit, help me choose the right cards for pile number 4, the people who chose the Iolite Crystal. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? Spirit, who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? The people who chose the Iolite Crystal. The people who chose the Iolite Crystal, who is their next romantic partner? All right, so let's see. You have Ladybug, good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. Horse, freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Very nice. Nice. All right. And innocence. Interesting. We've had a lot of like messages of innocence in these piles. All right. And positivity. Okay. So this person is a really positive, pile number 4. Okay, so let me see what the tarot cards have to say. Spirit, please tell me about pile number 4's future spouse. Sorry, future romantic partner. I mean, next romantic partner. Please tell me about pile number 4's next romantic partner. Who is this person? Anything you would care to share with us, Spirit, please? Who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? I don't know. Who's pile number 4's next romantic partner? Who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? Who's pile number 4's next romantic partner? Yeah, this one. It's enough. Let's see. You have the Magician. That started right. You have the Star. All right. You have Strength. You have the Lovers. Dear God. You have 6 of Wands. And you have the 8 of Cups. A lot of major arcanas already. Okay. Let me get some more cards. Spirit, tell me about pile number 4. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? Who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? You have Judgment. You have the 7 of Cups. You have the Devil. You have the 10 of Wands. The Sun. And the 3 of Cups. A lot of major arcanas. Wow. Interesting. This person is really contradictory in nature. So let me unpack this, because you have a lot of messages here of positivity. Like you have innocence, positivity, good luck with the ladybug. And then you have the devil here. You also have truth. So like this person is like a walking pack of paradoxes. All right, you have the Star. So first of all, I can just say right now, this person is very attractive. They have a lot of sex appeal. They could have, they have the kind of energy that a lot of people find attractive. Because you have the Devil, you have the Lovers. So this is definitely a lot of like root chakra energy. A lot of, I guess, sexual energy. And you have the Magician. So they could have kind of a dark side. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has prominent placements in Scorpio and or a strong Saturn or Pluto or Ketu. You have the number 20 with Judgment, which is very interesting. I think that this person, this is going to sound very woo-woo, but they have a very strong connection to something like, you know, spiritual realms, or they are very much into things that are borderline occult, maybe including things like tarot. but I'm feeling like some of them might be fiddling with things that they shouldn't be fiddling with. Like this could even be someone who's drawn towards Wicca, voodoo, dark magic, so be careful about that. Like be careful not to cross this person, I think. I don't think this person would, you know, shy away from using things like that, like some kind of hidden occult knowledge to deal with things. This is really interesting. So I'm getting, actually, for some of you, especially who come from astrology, this person might have Purva Bhadrapada in their charts, maybe prominently placed, because there seems to be kind of a dichotomous energy here of light and darkness. So it's like they can be very bright, they can be very inspiring, very positive, but on the other hand, they can also be very intense, brooding, fierce. They might struggle with, you know, a lot of inner demons. This person loves... All right, so the recording stopped, and because friggin' updates. And anyway, so what I don't know if how much of this recorded, so I might be repeating myself. I'm sorry, I apologize. But I was saying that this person is a collection of dichotomous energy. So a lot of light and dark. And like I said, I think they might have Purva Bhadrapada energies, because there's a lot of darkness and there's a lot of intensity and fierceness in this energy as well. A lot of lightness and positivity on the one hand, and on the other hand, intense energy and fierceness. And you also have like the sun, you have the star, so there's like a lot of heat, a lot of brightness. So this is a person who like, they want to be very positive. They're really focused on the positive. I think they're also someone who's into manifestation a lot because of the Magician card, but they also are struggling with some demons. And for some of you very specifically, this could be someone who's dealing with some kind of an addiction. You know, with the devil, that's generally what it shows. A tendency towards hedonism. They could be addicted to anything from food to drugs to PORN, like, or have some kind of unhealthy sexual tendencies, maybe. But on the bright side, they can also have a lot of ability to manifest because of that Magician energy, and also because of the Lovers and the Nature card, which shows a lot of root chakra energy, a lot of drive and creativity. So very powerful manifestors. I also think this person can be someone who has a lot of visibility. So more than the rest of the piles, I think that this person is well known and recognizable, and very attractive as well. I think their charisma is what draws people to them. Their beauty maybe as well, their physical attractiveness. But I think with the sun and the star, this is someone who's well known in some way. I mean, obviously this doesn't have to be like Tom Hanks, but like, obviously, not everyone can date Tom Hanks, but this is someone who can be well known. Maybe they have a high social media following. Maybe they are just well known in their profession. Maybe they have like a high position, like a CEO, CFO, stuff like that. Let me see. This is really interesting here because you have the Strength card as well. I think this person, for many of you, is someone who has overcome a lot of addiction, you know, or overcome a lot of negative energy, because you have the Strength and you have the Devil underneath. So it's like they were able to overcome addictions. They were able to overcome dark times through faith, through like having a very strong backbone and sticking to their principles. And with the Eight of Cups and the Three of Cups underneath, this shows that this person has come from like the darkest depths, and now they're moving into the light. I know that sounds very dramatic, but there's no better way that I can express it. I think they are, like, this gives me, like, you know, these stories on YouTube of people who have gone through extraordinary circumstances and now they're like on top of the world, and either they have overcome maybe a physical ailment or an addiction or something like that, and now they are a source of inspiration for other people, because this person is like they are choosing the light. You know, it's not because they're naturally positive, it's because they've seen the darkest of the darkest times, and so they have understood the importance of being positive, of enjoying the moment. I think they really strive to live in the present and to really enjoy as much as life as possible. So there's definitely gives me like a vibe that they have gone through some really rough stuff, and that's why they appreciate even the smallest things. You know, they always are careful to have an attitude of gratitude, with the Six of Wands as well. So again, this really gives me the impression that this person is quite successful. Like, they're quite well known. People recognize them because they have a lot of cards that suggest recognition, visibility. Let's not also forget the fact that you have the Star and you have the Seven of Cups underneath, which basically shows that this person is drowning in romantic options. This is someone who definitely attracts a lot of suitors, so you should be lucky, I guess, that they have chosen you. You have Truth and the Sun. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has Kritika, or maybe you have a lot of Kritika connected to your spouse archetype. So Kritika Nakshatra is ruled by the Sun, for those of you who don't know about Vedic astrology. And it's very much connected to being a very blunt, but also very tough and strong manifester, and someone who is, you know, kind of like the hero archetype, you know. And with the Magician, I mean, the Magician and the Harvest, and which is the Judgment card, by the way. This is the Judgment card. This person really has like very strong intuition. Very strong intuition, very strong. They have some kind of energy about them that is just fascinating, that is attractive, that is very wise. Like, I would even go to the point of saying this person has connections to other realms. And I don't mean like literally necessarily, but maybe literally, who knows. This could be someone who does things like astral travel, who cares about meditation, about all this stuff that a lot of people see woo-woo. But I think they don't show it on the surface necessarily. So for some of you, this person could be like out in the open about their unusual interests. But I think for a lot of you, this person is keeping that side secret. This is why I'm seeing a lot of paradoxical energies here. This person has a strong heart chakra, a strong fifth house as well. So I think they're naturally someone who can put on a show, can be entertaining, can be extroverted, can be the life of the party. But they have a side to them that is more intense as well, that they don't really readily show to others. And they can really be very responsible and supportive towards their partners. I think this is someone you're definitely going to be able to rely on and feel safe and protected by. So I'm getting Leo energy, definitely. Leo/Sun energy as well. Strong, healthy Sun energy, which is a good thing. Also maybe some Venus. All right, so this is pretty much what I can see from the cards. Let me get into the astrological messages. Spirit, help me choose the right messages for pile number 4. Who is their next romantic partner? Who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? Who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? Who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? No. Who is pile number 4's next romantic partner, Spirit? Help me out here. I think that's enough. Okay. Spirit, who is pile number 4's next romantic partner? Help me out here. Okay. So we have the 10th house, not surprised. So this is a card that shows visibility. Like I said, this person has a high status. 8th house, that's the devil energy. That's about transformation. I think this person maybe has gone through a transformation. 10th house, again, strong reinforcement of the idea that this person has a high status and visibility. 6th house, this is about service and health. 1st house, even a stronger confirmation, like 1st and 10th together definitely shows this person is well-known, visible. 12th house, interesting. So this is also potentially about imagination, healthcare, but it's also about working in isolation. It's also about touching, let's say, people from faraway places, you know, reaching out to people from faraway places. And it's also about faith, spirituality, occult to some extent. Also 8th house and 12th house together. That's a strong intuitive energy. Aquarius. Not surprised because like Purva Bhadrapada is in Aquarius to a large extent, by the way. The sun again. Can I just, oh Lord. So very strong confirmation of the sun energy. This person has a lot of masculine energy. Mars as well. Mars is one of the rulers of Scorpio, by the way. And Scorpio. Speak of the devil. Yes. Very strong confirmations. What can I say? Uttara Ashadha, which is ruled by the sun again. More spiritual energy. And let's see. Purva Falguni, which is ruled by Venus. Now, if you come from my astrology channel, I've talked about Purva Falguni in a video that was called Nakshatras of Venus, or Venus's Nakshatras, and I talked about how Purva Falguni is one of the most seductive Nakshatras out there. And you have Mula Sagittarius, which is ruled by Ketu. Ketu is the other co-ruler of Scorpio, by the way, so there are similar energies here. But yes, so Purva Falguni showing up definitely explains why this person can come across as very artistic, charismatic, seductive. You know, a lot of people find them attractive. And Mula can show an interest in spirituality and beauty. Sorry, not beauty. Beauty just came out from the Purva Falguni part. They could be very interested in travel. They can be very interested in spirituality, research. And they're also really self-motivated. They maybe like history as well. Anything to do with understanding human nature. Again, Scorpio and Mula can both show that this person is a natural psychologist, 8th house as well. So this person, this really gives me like the vibe of someone who has gone through things on their own, and that makes them have a better understanding of certain issues. So now they're using the experiences that they have had to be, let's say, good therapists, or you know, stuff like that. So be a good therapist, let's say, or a good healer in general. So this person could be like literally a psychotherapist, but they could also be in some kind of non-conventional forms of healing, you know, working with energy, maybe working with occult stuff, because, you know, you do have the magician. So I also feel like for some of you, this person could be into physical healing. Like, again, could be about sexuality, but I think this could be about maybe they're athletic. They are working on physical therapy, anything to do with healing the body, the muscle, stuff like that. Physical therapy in all forms, maybe massages as well. Let's see. Yeah, they're definitely well known. I mean, obviously there are various degrees of being well known, but this is someone who has a respectable position, I think, in society. And they're, I mean, I don't know about respectable, but they are well known. You know, maybe they're controversial, who knows? Because this is, I can't really tell 100% from this. But yeah, they have a certain status, they have a certain visibility. Like I said, people recognize them. They touch audiences, and they're very non-conforming as well, because you have that Aquarius energy. And there's a lot of masculine energy, I said this, right? So you do have some Venus going on, but I think because the planets that came out are Sun and Mars, this is more like of a masculine than a feminine energy. So this just means that even if you're attracted to a woman, this woman has a very masculine vibe. So they could be, you know, how should I put it? Very self-motivated. Maybe, again, they could be very athletic, very focused on the body. And they're just tough, you know, because, you know, that 8th house shows they have gone through things and they have made it alive on the other hand. So this is not I don't think they're like a delicate flower in any case. You know, this is someone who can handle stressful situations. And with Uttarashadha, there is a calling to them. Like they have a calling to guide others, to be kind to others. So, because Uttarashadha to some extent is connected to priesthood and being like a guiding light for others, that really falls into place here. So you could have maybe Sun as Darakaraka or Mars as Darakaraka, or the Sun or Mars could influence your Darakaraka. This is for those of you who are coming from Vedic astrology. And Darakaraka is a planet that, you know, shows the kind of partner you're about to marry, that you're more likely to marry, or the kind of partner you're attracted to for long-term relationships. So yes, or this person could have Sun as Atmakaraka or Amatyakaraka, or they could have Mars as Atmakaraka or Amatyakaraka. You know, so somehow these planets are prominent in their horoscope. And or the signs that they rule, which are for the Sun Leo and for Mars Scorpio and Aries. So again, I should have mentioned this from the beginning, but when I look at these astrological notes, bear in mind that there will be a lot of people looking at this. So it's unlikely that it's the person you're going to be attracted to, have a relationship with, is going to tick all of these boxes, but they're most likely going to tick some of them, like a mix and match of these energies. This is why I tried to go through all of them, and you can see which ones are more likely to resonate. 10th house can also show this person. I did say something like CFO, CEO. This person could actually be in a hierarchical position as well for some of you, because you have the Sun and you have Mars, you have the 10th house, and you have 8th house. So this person could be like working in a corporation and they have a high position. Aquarius also shows working with large groups of people, with an audience. And this is for some of you, right? For others, this person may not like to work with an audience. So maybe even if they are recognized, they don't like to, their actual work is not about working with an audience. The 12th house is also about hospitals, prisons, places of isolation, let's say spiritual retreats, anything to do with religion, even religious institutions, spiritual institutions maybe. This could also be rehabilitation. Rehabilitation could be a great thing with these energies. This could be something that they are actually working in, because you have that Scorpio, you have the devil, you have the 8th house, you have the 12th house. So dealing with addictions, or this could even be like maybe not addictions, but being a personal trainer, helping people to get fit, because you have the 1st house as well, which is about the physical body, you know, health. And you have 6th house, which by the way is connected to the medical field in general. So could be all forms of medical field. For some of you, very specifically, this person could be working with animals, because the 6th house is also about pets. Or maybe pets are just a thing for them. They're really attached to their pets. They really care about animals. Another thing that I can say is it's very likely for you, more than the other piles, that this person is working with others. I don't think, like for most of you, I don't think this person is self-employed, not entirely. Or maybe if they are self-employed, it's like a part-time thing. Because with these placements, I see more of a tendency to work with others, to work in a corporation, you know, be of service. They have a strong desire to be of service to others. And I think they really have that desire to climb the ladder slowly but surely. So I feel like they're more likely to work in a hierarchical position. But they might also have like a side hustle, or they might have something that they're doing on the side that brings them a lot of recognition. I can think of people, for instance, who are doctors maybe, so they work for a clinic, but they have a social media following, right? And the media following helps them to get more clients or something. Yeah, so this is pretty much what I can see for you, pile number 4. And I hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you have, I mean, I definitely see loads of confirming energies here, definitely messages that Spirit wanted you to hear. And yeah, if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to please like the video and subscribe to my channel. And also click on the notifications bell if you want to see when I will post a new tarot video. And Also, if you're interested in a private tarot reading, I do tarot readings privately. You can check out the video description. I will leave my email address there. You can email me for a full list of prices and options. And also, I will leave a link in the video description for reviews that I have gotten for private readings in tarot up until this point. You can go check them out and, you know, just for reference if you're curious. And also, last but not least, I have an astrology channel, and I will be linking that in the video description as well as in the pinned comment. Go ahead and check it out if you're interested in astrology. Maybe subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, last but not least, another final mention, don't forget to comment in the comment section. Feedback is really important. So anything you would like to share, if it resonated, if it didn't resonate, what resonated, what didn't, the more detailed you are, the better. All right, thank you, and I hope to see you at my next reading. Bye.